What are the top 5 morphers we want to see from Hasbro in the Lightning Collection? Stay tuned. Guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Christian Ingram, and I talk about everything in the world of Power Rangers. Now, if you are new, do consider hitting that subscribe button. I just gave away a Super Sentai Ryu Soldier Changer, which is going to be the morpher for Power Rangers Dino Fury, and the next 2 giveaways are an SPD Omega Ranger with the Uniforce Cycle, and a Lightning Collection Psycho Ranger team set. Once I hit 2,500 and 3,000 subs, we'll be giving those away, so hit that subscribe button. Also, big shout out to the Patreon.
The world is very lucky to have you, and so am I. May the power protect you, always.
If you'd like to join Patreon, link down below. We do monthly Zoom calls, monthly Skype calls, one-on-one Skype calls, monthly giveaways. Depending on what tier you are, there's something in there for everybody. Now, let's get into the video. So arguably the most important part of a Ranger's arsenal is their morpher. It is their ability to connect to the morphing grid. And we've had some really cool ones through the years. There's not many morphers that I haven't liked. Now, there has been a few. For the most part, we've gotten some pretty great morphers, and Hasbro recently just released the Mighty Morphin Morpher for the Lightning Collection, so hopefully that means we're going to get more releases of morphers. Let's start at number 5. What do I want to see from the Lightning Collection as far as morphers is concerned? Well, number 5 would have to be the Lost Galaxy Morpher. Lost Galaxy Morpher was used by the Lost Galaxy Rangers to defend Terra Venture from the evil Trichina. Now, their powers were powered by the Quasar Sabers, but their morphers would allow them to morph into Rangers, and honestly, it had a cool design. It was a wrist morpher, and I'm really high on wrist morphers, so that's why that comes in at number 5 for me. But let's go into number 4. Number 4 would have to be the 5th Ranger from Power Rangers Dino Thunder with Trent Mercer, the White Dino Thunder Ranger. His morpher was a little bit bigger than the other Rangers, and about the same size as the Black Dino Ranger, but it was more oval shaped, and it had his dinosaur's head at the end of it, like the rest of the Dino Thunder cast, but I think his is the coolest that Dino Thunder had, and I'd like to see a Lightning Collection version of it. I'd like to see what they do with that. We just had a release of the White Dino Thunder Ranger in the Lightning Collection figure line, so a morpher would go along great with that. Now, coming in at number 3. Now, a lot of people are going to be surprised by this, but we have to go with the In Space Morpher. In Space, yes, it is my favorite season, but I think there's a few morphers cooler than this. Now, In Space morphers do sell for a lot on eBay. Mint condition, they sell for 100 plus. I was lucky enough to pick up 2 of them for under 100, but they are one of the coolest morphers we have with the little flip up thing and the numbers on the inside. In Space is the best team of all time, so I'd like to see a Lightning Collection version of that morpher. Now, coming in at number 2. From Power Rangers RPM, the Black and Green Morpher. RPM is arguably one of the best seasons of Power Rangers, and with Dr. K returning in Beast Morphers here recently, I'd like to see them continue that love for RPM in the toy line, specifically the Lightning Collection Morphers. Now, my dream is to get one of the suitcases that they had on the show and fill it with the RPM Morphers. I think they all look like great morphers, but the wrist morphers is what does it for me. I love wrist morphers, and the green and black RPM Rangers are cool. Ziggy was cool, but Dylan was probably the best character RPM had. And that morpher, you know, to see it in the Lightning Collection would be a nice little touch, nice little RPM love. Now, before we get to my number 1, let's ask the fandom, what do you want to see from the Lightning Collection as far as morphers is concerned? What is your number 1 pick?
Hey everyone, Ryan from Nerdculture here. Now the question is, what is the next legacy morpher that we want to see from Hasbro? Well, for me, we've seen veteran Ranger actors bring these to the conventions and they're really cool, but I want to see those keys get use out of them. I want those turbo keys to be used for the turbo morpher. So Hasbro, if you're watching this, give us a legacy turbo morpher because it's time to shift into turbo. Let's make it happen.
Hello everyone, Julio Coolio here. You all know it's no secret that I despise Super Mega Force. Being a huge fan of Gokaiger's anniversary theme, It pissed me off how Power Rangers wasted the potential to world build and bring back past actors. However, one super mega thing to come out of Super Mega Force is the toys. I loved having figures of the Go-Kaijus, and we even got exclusive Ranger keys now available in the Sentai. Thus, my pick for a Lightning Collection Morpher is none other than the legendary Morpher. And you could probably add in the Silver Morpher also. The Mobards toy from Go-Kaiju is fantastic with its use of various codes. Implementing a code system into this new LC version could allow the Morpher to hold tons of sound clips and songs from the original show. From Gosei calling out the names of past teams, to even the theme song playing in the background. Think something like a Premium Bandai Morpher or Rider Bell. The Ranger keys are also a gold mine for Hasbro, as they could create a new subline for the Lightning Collection. Even without the Morpher, the keys are still cool display pieces like Nintendo's Amiibo. Hasbro can even make teams beyond Megaforce, such as Dino Charge, Beast Morphers, and even Hyperforce. There are a lot more details I could go into, which I plan on making into a whole video eventually. But seeing how Super Megaforce's 10th anniversary is coming up, now is the perfect time for a legendary release like this. Thanks for having me on, Christian. Stay coolio, everyone.
Special shout out to Ryan from Nerd Culture and Julio Coolio for sending me their top pick for the Lightning Collection Morphers we want to see from Hasbro. Now, coming in at number 1, it has to be the Titanium Morpher. The Titanium Morpher, mint in box, recently sold for $800, and the Titanium Morpher was an American exclusive Morpher. The Titanium Ranger was the first American Ranger, and in my opinion, he had one of the coolest looking Morphers, and it looked like it went with the Lightspeed Morphers. So that's why it's my number 1, and I think, they could market it as, the first American Ranger Morpher. And even if they did it as a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, a lot of people are going to buy it. If someone's going to bid on it and it's going to sell for $800 mint in box from 2000, imagine what a Lightning Collection version would sell for. Hasbro, make some of these happen. Come on now. I know you want money, and I know the fans want some Morphers. Let me know down in the comment section below what your dream Morpher is. Thank you so much for watching. May the power protect you, and I'll see you in the next one.